with street photography. I'm going to drive home. Hopefully this will let me move or switch cameras. I'm not sure how to do it, so we'll figure that out in a minute. So this is going to be a drive home to Stockport with me waffling on, so let's see if I can change the camera. There you go, so let's put you in my... So there you go, so you're at an angle, you're on my dashboard now, and get you wider. So there you go, so you might be a bit bumpy because of the adapter you're on. You can see a bit of it in the corner right, but we're just testing really and seeing what the mic's like. Music in the background is Lee Bryce, sorry, country artist. But hopefully you'll just hear me waffling on a little bit. I did just try this on the way here, but I forgot to turn the rotation on my phone, so it was a portrait mode but on its side. So yeah, we are just under Piccadilly train station, and we're going to go home to Stockport up the A6. We may go home, or we may just stop off in Stockport and do a live stream around Stockport. I've done a 360 video around Stockport before, so, but that wasn't live, and this is live. So we've just been Manchester. I was there for a good hour-ish. Busier than I thought. There wasn't that much going on photography wise, to be fair. I went my Northern Quarter, which is the video before this is my live video stream of that, and then I just went down to Deansgate, Deansgate, to where the Christmas markets are. Had a chip butty from the chippy there, and then came back. Took a few streets images, which hopefully are some good ones. But what there was, let me wind my window up actually, put the aircon. There was a lot of there was a big police presence around Piccadilly Gardens. I saw 3 police cars, 4x4. Didn't see any vans, but there were loads of like police officers with a community officer there patrolling. At one point, just opposite Affleck's, opposite the Manchester shop, I have got an image of that. I will put a link once I've edited it in Flickr at the bottom, the link. So what it was, there was about 7 or 8 police on one guy. He looked an old guy, don't know what he was doing, whether he was shoplifting or drunk. He looked like he was with some woman in a wheelchair and another one, but I don't know if he was with them, and then if they just distanced themselves of him or they were part of it. I went round, I took a few pictures, walked around, then I just came back on him because I've just been walking round, and they were still there and they were handcuffing him, so I got another image of it. Not sure if they're any good or not, but we'll go from there and see. So let me put this in focus. There you go. Yeah, so there was quite a big police presence, and to be fair, it was a lot busier in the centre than I thought it was going to be. I thought I'd have only seen a handful of people really, but it was just like a really early morning, quiet day in Manchester. But without the shops being open, there was a lot of people that had like backpacks and looked seeing what's going on. Groups of people, maybe friends meeting up, going for a coffee, and having a natter. Yeah, so I've done that. Tomorrow, again, the reason I'm off today and doing this is because I've got my boiler fitted, and it should be, I put today and tomorrow because he said 2 days, but my boiler man says he's going to try and get it done all today, so that means I'll have tomorrow to do what I want. But I have my vaccination jab tomorrow, my first one, because I've got asthma, so we'll see how that knocks me out, because the wife's had both now. She had her second jab yesterday because she's works in a care home, and she was fine the night and the day of it, but today, this morning, when she's woke up going to work, she just feels like she's got the flu, which is what happened last time. Ollie, the flu, like you've got flu symptoms and you just feel unwell and just yucky. So kind of like when you have the flu jab, if anyone's ever had it. Now I've had the flu jab, but because I've got asthma, but I've never really been bad off it, apart from like a dead arm every now and again for an hour or two after. Apart from that, no issues. So we'll see how I am with the COVID vaccine. Now I'm not fussed about having it myself, but the only main reason I've said I want it is if it's stopping me from going away. because I'm bored of COVID now, not letting me go away, because we've had to postpone an holiday to Vegas twice now. So we had it booked for New Year, and thinking, we booked it really cheap at the start of COVID, so we was like, if we have to change it, we have to change it, but it was a great deal. So we booked 7 days over New Year last year, but we had to move it, so we moved it from New Year to June, and we got a cracking deal again. We had 7 days at the Excalibur, if anyone knows Vegas. That's like one of the cheaper ones, but we've stayed before and I really enjoyed it. But then we changed that for 10 days in June at the Venetian and got a 300 quid refund, which was a bargain at the time. We even upgraded to premier seats on the way back, so the big comfy leather ones were the like second best seats you can get. So yesterday or the day before, I think it was, we rang up Virgin and we changed it, because we don't think we're going to get to go in June. So we now go in December, because it's the wife's 30th. So what we've done, we've changed from the Venetian 10 days to 7 days at the Aria. And then we've got the same flights, the premium flights on the way back. Aria is probably a slightly upper hotel, should we say, upper grade of a hotel. Some people would disagree. Some people think the Venetian is one of the better ones, if not the best. But over December, it's Lauren's, the wife's, birthday, so it's her 30th. So I was like, which hotel do you want to stay at? We could have gone to the Venetian, we could have gone to the Bellagio, we could have gone to the Aria, which is where she chose. So she has decided, so we're going to the Aria. We got premium seats on the way back. We have to fly from Heathrow, which is why the better seats are on the way back, so we can have a good sleep and then drive back from Heathrow to Stockport. So yeah, but we were lucky in last year. A lot of people didn't get to go away, but we actually got to go away twice, because in January we was actually in Vegas, funny enough, where we went to watch the Conor McGregor Donald Cerrone MMA fight. And then in September we got a week in Turkey, which was really cheap, before the full on lockdown again. So we had a cheeky holiday to Turkey, should we say. Nice week in the sun, doing nothing apart from lying down, drinking and getting fat. And that's what we've said we'll probably do this year, if we can, and if it's cheap enough, we'll just go somewhere like Cyprus, Greece, Turkey again for a week in the summer, end of September, and then we'll go to hopefully Vegas, touchwood, in December for her birthday and Cowboy Christmas. Anyone that doesn't know what Cowboy Christmas is, it's a big convention centre in Vegas. That's anyone that knows, say, the GMX, it's probably twice as big as that, over 2 floors. And what Cowboy Christmas is, it's loads of stalls like shirts, cowboys, trucks, guns, anything to do with like ranching and cowboys and whatnot, because the PBR Red Bull riding, so bull riding, rodeo, all that side of it, the finals are in Vegas, so it coincides with that. So we went in 2019, we was in December for it, and I loved it, because I just love all that. So we can go to there again, and that's the only thing I've said I want to do over the week. The rest of the time is for Lauren, but she kind of enjoyed it last year, so it's all good. Or 2019, sorry. So here we go. So enough about holidays. We are now, I'm going to go with the start of Longsight, I believe it is. We'll come up to the centre of it, and then we'll go on. So this is the A6 now, so for people that don't know, this is one of the 3 main roads that leads out of Manchester, kind of going this way. This, the A6, is the is it 54, 34, 54, I think it is, or 34, which is the Manchester road, but that one goes to Hyde, and then you've got a couple of us on the other side that go to Fellsworth, Fashton, Dalston, that type of way, and some towards Bury and Bolton. But this is the one that goes to South Manchester, which is Stockport, which is where I'm living at the minute, where we live off. bad while we've been out. It's just been kind of this gloominess. It's not been too cold though. It's been quite nice. I've not been cold at all. I've just got a t-shirt with a jumper on, and it's warm enough for me. Granted, I've got my shorts on. Anyone that knows me will know, no matter what the weather, very rarely I will not have shorts on unless I need to, so work or going out with the wife, or when she tells me I need to wear pants, really. So yeah, it's been okay. We're gonna go home. Boiler guy's still gonna be there. We'll edit the images from today. I'll probably watch this back and the walk of Manchester, just to see what the sound's like, really, and what the quality's like. Because this app I'm using, which I think is Prism Live, I think it's called, it only does 1080p when it connects to Facebook, because I don't have as many subs as you need to do live streaming through the Facebook app. So I use a third-party app to get it done, which is this one that we're on now. Now, when we were on the Manchester walk, there was one bit that said poor internet connection, and I checked and I had 5G, so I'm not sure what that was. So we'll see. And also the sound, I'm just going off my mic and my phone. So during the Manchester walk, it was about maybe 3/4 of a foot in front of me, a foot. Right now, you're probably a good arm length and a bit from me, from where I'm sat. So if it's any good, great, we'll leave it. If not, I've got an external, just wired little microphone that you pin on your top. Then you've got your wire, and it just clips on your chest or wherever. So I'll try that as well next time if this isn't any good. Because I want to start doing stuff like this when I go out on days, just do some live streams. When I go to Vegas, I'll be doing quite a few and doing some just normal videos as well. Because I think they will be good, because we watch quite a few streamers and vloggers, if you want to call them that, from Vegas to see what's happening. There's a couple not leaving Las Vegas. Steve's good. Then we've also got Jacob's Life in Vegas, who he lives there, and he does different videos, strip walks. He does some property ones, which is good. Then you've got Pomsey, who does he does a lot of reviews on hotel rooms, which is great. He does a lot of them. He gets some of them for free recently, and he looks like he's doing really well for himself. Then you've got we've done that. All You Can Vegas, which is, I forgot his name, but it's him and maybe his wife from time to time, and they mainly go around food places and show you what's on the menu, what the food looks like, what they think of it, what the taste of it. We've just come across a new one from him, or from Jacobs. It's called, I think it's called Dan versus Vegas, or Dan versus Food, and it's a lad, I'm gonna go, he's called Dan, who again just goes around food places in Vegas and a few other places, shows you what it's like, gives you his opinion, which they are great, because this Dan versus Food, or versus Vegas, I believe it is one of them two, he goes to all what's called the cheap eats, so places, people that know Vegas are like Ellis Island, where you can get like steaking and tatties or whatever they call for $11, places that do deals like that and are quite cheap. Because if you eat on the strip, it can be expensive, especially some of the buffets are like $40 per person, $50 depending where you go. You can get stuff like the MGM Pop Slots and My Virtual Vegas, which are apps that you get where you play virtual slot machines, and you get gold coins for them, and then those gold coins you can redeem for features like 2-for-1 buffets, free buffets, free 2-for-1 on the monorail. You can get, what else can you get? Oh, you can go to see the shows, you can get rooms for free. I've been playing it a good while now, I've got 2,000, so I think I could get a buffet every meal for free that I wanted to, if it was available, because you only so many available per day. Things along those lines. You can also get credit for going on the slot machines, so a couple of times that I've done it, I've got a £50 free credit on a card, and then went and played and won $100, so I get the 50, but I don't get the 50 obviously, but what I win I keep. So yeah, quite good little tips for people there. But yeah, that's really Vegas, and the vloggers that I was following. Sorry, I lost track of what I was waffling on about then. So this is 11 June we're driving through now, I believe. You have to forgive me, I'm useless with names. If we went up the other side of Manchester, like Hyde and Denton, Droylsden, Mosley, Mottram, all them type of places I could tell you, but Stockport, this side of it is not my bag, if you're with me. I've not grown up here. Yes, I live here, been here about 10 years now, maybe 11 years, but I'm still not this side of it, more the other side of Stockport. I think it's more south. So yeah, we'll drive up here. Still on the A6, not turned off. Also interested to see how bouncy this video is, because with my car, you're on my car mount, which is a cheap one. You're at the end of it, so you don't get much in it, but you can see a little bit on the right hand side because I'm using my wider lens on the camera, phone camera, sorry. And it's at an angle, and it's also leaning the other end on my dashboard, so it's kind of tripod-y type thing, so it's not just waving in the air and being top heavy, if you get me. So it's interesting to see what this comes out like, to see if it is bouncy or not. This is my Vitties on the right hand side. When these are cooking in the summer, it smells delightful. Can't really smell it at the minute, but I've got my window up, so I think it's the wrong time of day. Probably say we're halfway there-ish now. Still got the whether I'm just going to go home or stop in Stockport and go for a wander. I might go home. See how Steve's doing. Legs are a little achy now. There's Tesla. No cars in the display. Interesting. So he's coming up to Reddish on the left. Then I think it's Heaton Chapel that way as well. I'm just wondering if it's where 4G connects to 5G. watch it. By the looks of it, I'm going to be the only one to have watched it, but hey ho. Be interesting to see that, especially if I'm on Vodafone. See, it says it again now, poor connection. So I'm on Vodafone. I get 4G and 5G when available. Stockport Centre, which we are getting close to, is a 5G town area. Now I have noticed certain parts of it is great, other parts of it it's shockingly bad, and I wish I'd had 4G back. So I don't know if that's just 5G. I don't think it's true 5G. I think it's the other thing. Someone told me about it once, but I don't get it, you know. It says 5G, it's 5G, whether it's faster or not, I don't know. When I was doing speed tests, I was getting about 300-400 meg, I believe, when I was in a car park. Yeah, just seeing that on my screen, the Audi lights in front of me are flashing, but on my eyesight they're not, so it must be the camera. I'm interested to see if that's just my camera or when I watch this back they're flashing. It's the two inner lights that are in the boot that's closer to the reg plate. They're flashing. Third party. Right, that's something to do with work. So there's this bell end next to me in another Audi. Alright. You do get people like that from here and football, because you've got Bramall up this way. Yeah, Ellie Edges the other side. Got Mac way. So you do see them. We've got the Lambo garage up here. There's an Audi garage. What's this car doing? In the other lane. There was an Audi garage, but that's more to the right, near the pyramid, which is literally directly to the right of me. So yeah. There's the Audi that I don't know if you heard that, thinking he's all that, but he got about 100 yards and then had to stop because of traffic. So this is Stockport Town Centre now. I've decided I am just going to go home and see how Steve's doing, see if he needs any help, because we're going to come out tomorrow. Hopefully Steve will do it all today so we don't have to come out tomorrow, and then we'll go from there. Don't know what we're going to do tomorrow. If we can get, I'm either going to go, depending whether up to New Brighton to do the lighthouse there, or Liverpool Castle in Bolton, I think it's called. It all depends whether, how we're feeling, things along those lines. So yeah, we'll see. Either way, I'm going to probably do some live streams from wherever I am. Again, I've only got 5 subs, so I don't think anyone's going to be watching them, but I like doing them, even if I'm just waffling to myself, just to see if it works as well. So, because my plan is to do holiday little ones when we go away, like I was saying, when we go to Vegas and we go to Turkey, just do like little bits like this, and do some vlogs. I've got my Landscape page, which I've got links to, which I do proper vlogs on. This one is just for a bit of fun, really, just for me personally, not to take too serious. So I've got a few 360 videos on there, I've got a few other type of videos on there. So yeah, that's what this one's about, just a bit of fun, personal rather than photography, even though I have done the one about the street art, but it's not my landscape one, if you get me. So we're now just coming up to the college, which is the buildings to the right in a minute. The white one on the corner is, well, the one you can just see to the right is a pub. Then after that you've got like an art gallery, and then after that you've got the college, Stockport College that is. So there's the gallery we've just passed, and then these Stockport College is all the way up now. Again, still on the A6, coming out of the centre of Stockport. We'll be hitting Davenport, Kale Green area, Shore Heath. Ah yeah, I live in Kale Green. Yeah, so tomorrow I'm going to go somewhere. Hopefully, if it's like this, it'll be great. It's clearing up a bit now, the sky actually up this way, because I'll get the drone out as well. That'd be fun and good. So we get some drone footage. That's a little while on my page, just a few little bits of drone footage I've done here and there. Playing, I've got a mini DJI Mini 2. Had it had about a month now actually. Been out a good few times. Still getting used to it. Trying all this cinematic, smooth footage of movement. Seems simple enough, but it's hard technique to master. I'm slowly getting there. Got kind of a grasp on it. So we're now pulling off the A6 when these lights turn to green to go to Bramall Lane, which I believe is just the start of Davenport. Then we'll go down a little street to Kale Green, Shore Heath, and then everything Kale Green. Don't know if anyone cares, but that sign on the left tells us Carlisle is 119 miles, Manchester 7, London is 182, and Buxton's 18. So, just in case anyone was wondering, that's how far places are from here. So we're now on Bramall Lane. You know, we're going to do a right. So Davenport straight down there, that leads to Bramall. Not sure whether this is Davenport or Shore Heath. Definitely not Kale Green then. Just yet, we'll come to that in a minute. This road's not normally this busy. So this junction here is probably the start, I would say, of Kale Green. Gonna let this van go first. So I'd say from here is Kale Green now, and to the right is Shore Heath. So, but yeah, this is where I live, just down here, literally a minute or two away. Paid in the arse with all these cars parked on the right hand side. Parking around here is atrocious. So it's just driving because they're all single. So you go, this is my street. Steve's still here. So this white van. This one in front of us now. That's Steve. So we'll see how he's doing. So I will leave it there. That's it. We're now home. Thank you very much for joining me and seeing this. And we'll speak soon.